Hello everyone and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be connecting a different outworld into my Mycocephala nest since, well, the outworld is extremely dirty, as you can see, and it's also a little bit too small. Right now I'm grabbing the stuff that I need, and nope, and I'm back. I'm going to be trying to get out all of these workers, which is always a pain, especially when the barrier has pretty much completely gone dry. I need to put in a piece of cotton in order to block any more workers from getting in, or getting out into the outworld. I got my aspirator so I can suck up all of the workers, or at least attempt to get up all the workers. This very quickly becomes sort of a struggle to get every single worker, even when they're outside of the outworld. This part was a little bit time consuming because I had to suck up every single worker. It took me quite a while to get every single worker sucked up, but eventually I was able to go ahead and get this all done. Now at the moment of me doing this, you can see a rag, and that is the colony that is under the rag. I have them covered up so that they don't go like absolutely insane. At this point, there was workers kind of all over the place, all around the table, so whenever I leave, that's me trying to collect as many workers as I can off of the table, whilst also trying to focus on the outworld. There was so many of them escaping, it was quite a challenge. This took way longer than what I first anticipated, so I didn't really time-lapse this. Because when I looked at it before taking out anything, it looked like there wasn't that many workers. I thought the majority, anyways, were inside of the nest for once. But obviously, I was wrong. Because it's already been 2 minutes and I've been still doing this. These are all the workers and majors I managed to suck up out of the outworld. As you can see, it's a lot. I managed to get every single worker that was in the outworld and that spilled out onto the table available into that little vial there. So now I'm just checking out the nests and everything, seeing how many workers I got, checking out around the table to try to see if I missed any more workers, which I did. Here soon I'm going to be trying to get this off, which will prove to be very difficult. I'm also checking and seeing if that's secure enough or not. You can see a worker in the corner there, which I very, very quickly got. I ended up actually hot gluing the tube here because of escapes that I experienced earlier in the past when I was still at the other house. When the colony first ever moved in here, there was quite a few escapes, so getting that off is going to be a challenge. So what I'm going to do here is I'm pretty much going to twist it and pull it until that part gets off. I gotta do this very carefully, not to break the petri dish, because I heard it slightly cracking when I was pulling on it a little bit too hard. It was definitely taking a long time, and I got it. But as you can see, an issue popped up because the plug that I used got disconnected, which caused a few more workers to escape. As you can see, the state of the outworld, it really needed to get changed up. That right there is the new outworld that I'm trying to connect here, but I very quickly realized that I'm gonna have to get a new, different type of tube in order for me to fit that in there, because the hot glue kind of shot me in the leg in the long run. I left right here to go get the tubing because I realized that I had a pretty big issue that was going on there. Here is the colony, or at least what's not inside of the vial of the colony. As you can see, still the same colony from a few videos ago, growing really, really well. So I got this smaller piece of tubing, and I got this longer piece of tubing right there. Now, my plan was to connect it first into the nest, and then to connect it into the outworld, but that wasn't a very smart idea, as you will see. I did have to cut the tubing, the longer tubing, to actually fit the nest, which was quite annoying. And here I go, about to disconnect the nest to try and get this other piece of tubing out. You can see a few workers escaping there. I very quickly stuffed the other hole with cotton in order to stop the escape, and I plugged up the tube that I pulled out with cotton as well, because it had quite a few workers and mages inside of it. So right now I'm just sort of trying to find cotton to block up the tube with, because I didn't have any cotton on standby for some reason. Kind of a bad mistake for me. Should have thought that one through. I was also blocking up the end of the test tube, or the end of the tube that was going into the nest, so that when I connected it up, that it wouldn't, be bad. Like, they wouldn't just go flooding out, because I did have to fix it with some hot glue later on down the line, which I did not record, because it was just completely just hectic. That's like the perfect word to describe it. So here I go, getting ready to connect the test tube. As you can see, a few workers did end up escaping. I had to do this extremely quickly. What I did later on realize is that there were, in fact, workers escaping as I was plugging this up, like while it was in the hole, which caused even more escapees, which is just great, which you can see me trying to get a few there. I ended up blocking up my aspirator with a piece of cotton because I couldn't find a vial cap, which ended up kind of being annoying because I forgot about it when I was doing this sucking up part of the workers. Which you can see me still proceeding to fail sucking up the workers. Now, off camera, I was connecting up the nest, which I then pull out of view because I was trying to finagle it in a perfect way for the workers to travel in and out. So that it wasn't like poking up, so workers could easily drag in food and go in and out with ease. Which still, during this time, there were still ants escaping. I was not noticing it at all. And I take away the aspirator to collect even more ants. As you can see, they're pretty much crawling all around the table now, which I didn't even really notice. It was around about now when I just decided to not really focus on doing the recording because I was dealing with a very major escape. Many workers were managing to find their way out and into the table and all around the table, which of course was a very, very major issue that I was needing to try to fix. You can see them crawling all around the table now because of me just forgetting about it pretty much because I had to focus on hot gluing and making sure that everything was set so that I can pull the cotton and let them explore the area. Here's the nest. You see the tube there where there was a bunch of workers trying to get out. That's the outworld that I made. As you can see, they were going absolutely insane. They were trying to get out of the tube, both through the tube and by underneath where there was a hole where they could escape, which was just fantastic to deal with. You can see the nest is very, very empty. That was because a lot of the workers that I did suck up was like 50-60% of the colony. Here you can see all these workers out in the outworld. That is because I emptied out the vial into the outworld now, which led to further escapes, which, you know how that goes. There was a hole also in the outworld part, which I had to fill with hot glue as well. There was just a bunch of issues with this move. It was probably my most chaotic move ever. On this recording, I hot glued the entire thing. Ultimately, it was a success, but it was a very, very messy success. The outworld is good now. This video is just an absolute mess. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching.